What up, players? Warboss Tay up in this mug. Welcome to another Road to 2017 July Painting Challenge video, where I'm going to be talking today about setting goals, the different ways you can set your goals so that you can achieve them. Talking a little bit about my challenge, my goals, as well as the Loremaster challenge, and how I'm going to incorporate my goals to my Loremaster challenge fiction and what I'm going to be doing with it. So here you can see a picture that I found online. I Google searched Warhammer Fantasy Empire Captain or something, Empire Army, and I found this picture of a really awesome looking swordsman. He's got two swords, he's got a skull at his hip, he's got tattoos, he's got shadows in his face, he looks just really grim and awesome and amazing. I have no idea who the artist is, so I'm going to keep looking, see if I can find the artist credits so I can credit him or her, but I thought this would be a perfect motivational, inspirational picture to have on my phone while I'm working, while I'm writing out my Loremaster challenge. And that's basically what this video is going to be about, setting goals, motivating yourself. There are two ways that you can set your goals. You can either set them behind a barrier by saying, like, I'm not going to work on anything except my Centurions. I have to assemble them, I have to paint them, I'm not going to touch any other model until I do it. That's one way to set your goals. Or you could set them by a weekly deadline. And you can say, by the end of the week, I'm going to finish painting and assembling my Centurions. I'm going to move on after that week to the next thing, whether or not it's completed or everything gets backed up, and I'm going to continue working on my Centurions into the next week, even though I should be working on my next weekly goal. You can do it either way. There's no right or wrong way. It's all up to you. So let's move on, and then I can show you my weekly goals for this painting challenge. For the first week, I'm going to be working on 5 Sniper Scouts. And you might have seen I've already done some test models, so that kind of helps me out because I know what my color scheme is. I'm not going to really be doing any experimenting. I'm just going to go from week to week. Boom, boom, boom. Week 2 is going to be 10 Assault Scouts. That's 2 squads, one with bolters and one with, I think, bolt pistols and combat knife. And then I got the Centurions and the characters. So here we go into the Loremaster challenge. Knowing that those are my weekly goals, I'm going to figure out every week if I achieve or fail in those goals. So my Loremaster challenge, you might have heard I'm going to be doing a story about a foot soldier in the Grand Alliance of this fictional fantasy setting. And my week 1 challenge, which is the 5 Sniper Scouts you saw from my last slide, if by the end of the week I am able to achieve and succeed in that challenge, then it's going to affect my Loremaster section like this. Week 1 is going to be, or I guess the first chapter that the week is going to work on is going to be the opening cinematic battle of my book, or my short story. It's like the Helm's Deep, or the final battle against Sauron. And it's not going to be too long of a chapter. It's going to be more of a prologue and an intro to the style of the book that I'm going to write. A lot of action, a lot of military tactics, and just the perspective of a soldier right in the middle of it. But at this point, it's going to be in the point of the career of my main character where he's been through at least 5, maybe 10 years in the military, and he's gotten to the rank of a captain or a commander, and he's got his own little company that he's in charge of, and just how he goes about approaching this big climactic cinematic battle versus the Dark Lord. If I succeed in painting my 5 Sniper Scouts, then in the book I'll write it so that he survives and he's able to fight another day, and if not, then this would be the end of the story. So it's kind of like a book end where you kind of you would see the end of this man's career. By the end of the book we'll get here, and then you'll see, how he fell in battle, or he'll live for another book. And I hope he lives, which is why I kind of set this very achievable goal at the beginning, because I want to achieve it. I don't want him to die, but who knows? It might be cool if I kill off my main character in the beginning, and then the rest of the book is about how he got there. Very Carlito's Way. So week 2, this is the 10 Assault Squads. I keep calling them squats. Assault Scouts. And it's going to be based on... my success or my failure is going to affect, when I'm writing it, the life before the military. This is my main character, Caleb. Growing up, we're going to see how he grew up, what kind of environment he came from, why he joined the army and marched off to war against this dark dreadlord, And if I succeed in painting the scouts, then hooray, he's going to find the cause, he's going to join willingly, he's going to want to go out and fight and make a difference. And if I fail, then he's going to join up, but it's going to be more of like an against his will, like he has to join or he's going to be sent to prison or executed. Something happens along the way where he is forced to join the army. Both of those are kind of interesting angles. So you can kind of see I'm tailoring my challenge so that I'm looking for the most interesting ways of approaching each of these story beats. The story beats are all going to be the same. He's not going to not join up. It's just how he joins up that is the question. Week 3 is going to be an interesting one because this is the Centurions, and the Centurions in the 40K universe are, you know, big, bulky, beefy troops, and so I thought, well, maybe this would be a great week to dedicate in my book to training, basic training. So Caleb's going off to train in the army. The first part of it is just weeding out the weak, the incompetent that can't be soldiers. So if I succeed, he'll be assigned to a melee unit. If not, he will be assigned to a ranged unit. And the fourth week is going to be about the second part of the training. It's tactics and maneuvers, where he's going to learn if he's in a melee unit how to fight with a sword or a spear. If he's in a ranged unit, how to shoot a bow and arrow. And this week is going to culminate in like field exercises. So he's going to go out in the mountains with his unit and go on maneuvers and stuff. But while doing that, boom, they get attacked by a scouting party of the enemy. If I succeed in painting my characters for the July Painting Challenge, then in the book, Caleb will distinguish himself, and during the ambush he keeps a strong head, and he fights off the enemy, and everybody notices. So he gets assigned to his own squad, he's promoted, and then he gets shipped off to the front lines. If he fails, then in the book he's going to barely survive. Maybe he's going to kind of turn craven and be cowardly or incompetent, and all of his squad mates that survive are going to see like, oh, this guy's bad news. He's not in any shape to be in this army. But because of the coming battles and the need for fresh troops on the front lines, he gets assigned anyways and shipped out to the front lines. So you can see everything leads to the same conclusion, but I've set it up so that my challenges are going to affect how he gets there. I think it's really interesting, and I think it's going to be a great way for me to engage my creativity, to kind of keep him on the same path, but to kind of challenge how he's going to go from one story point to the next. Alright, that's how I'm going to be doing my Loremaster challenge. I hope it was a good example to kind of clear things up. You can do it any way you want. There's no really hard rules about how to do your Loremaster challenge or how to set up your goals or your successes or your failure goal posts. Just do what you want and do what you feel comfortable with and be creative. That's what it's all about. Be creative. Hey, thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know what you think in the comments. We'll see you in the next video. Latest, players!